It's story time on manifestation. I have loads of stories about manifesting, but I'm going to take you back to the beginning days. One of the biggest things that I manifested was my husband. I knew that I was going to come to Georgia to do a lot of things. I'm from California initially, and I had a group of people, clients and stuff that I had been helping with cancer and diabetes and stuff, and they all became friends. And so they came over. They knew I was preparing to move to Georgia in about 3 months. And I had packed up. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. So I said, yeah, I'm manifesting a whole healing village in Georgia, and I'm going to move there. And, when I make the plans, I packed up, sold my stuff, and I had a few things left in the house. So I said, before I go ahead, and I told it was a group of girls, they're young women, and I said, I'm going to manifest my husband, my soulmate. They said, really, girl? I said, oh, yeah. So I went into the room. I got on a cute knit, outfit on, and they were laughing. And I said, watch this. And I had wrote down specifically and got clear of what I wanted in a soulmate. I wanted him to be a manly man. I wanted him to be a man of color with distinct features, beautiful lips, that type of thing. I wanted him to be a person that had no fear, that went after what he wanted with a very strong personality. But also I knew if I wanted to attract that type of man, I had to be the type of woman that he wanted. So I was single for some time working on myself to attract that man. If you want a go-getter type of man and a manly man, you can't be the type of woman that steps over him. You can't be the type of woman that, doesn't listen. I'm just going to keep it real with you. So you have to be ready for that man when you're attracting that type of person. So I had to work on myself. In other words, you have to step in it, okay? I'm making it very clear. You can't say you want something and then you're not willing to put in the work. So I had put in the work, and I'm like, now's the time. And it was so funny because I never thought in a million years. So I just was joking. And they took some pictures of me and posted it on Facebook, okay? And we were just being silly. And I told them, though, that I was going to attract it. And the thing is when you attract it, don't be attached to where it comes from, because you'll never know where it comes from when you do the law of attraction. We're all energy. We're all electrical energy, okay? And there's deep studies about that, even more so now. So anyway, I never thought in a million years. Then it was like 200 or whatever, 100 people, contacting me. And I noticed when he contacted me, he started talking about history. And I love history. I love smart men. I love history. I love manly men. And he started talking about history and African history and this, that, and the other. And we talked till 4 or 5 in the morning. I don't think we even got off the phone. We fell asleep with each other talking, And at the time, he was talking to someone that he had never met. They were just talking. They weren't dating. I was talking to someone that I had never met. And it was interesting. We had both been talking to these people about 2 years or so. We just never met them. As soon as we talked, that man flew on a plane to Oakland, California, okay? And he came for the first time to California. He's from Decatur, Illinois. He flew down there, and I thought, what am I doing? I don't know this guy. You know what I'm saying? I had talked to him only for like a week or so, and I felt like I knew him forever. And it felt right, but I normally would not do something not like that. And so then he came down, and we never left each other. We've been with each other now 9 years. He came down with me. He went all over Oakland, stayed for 3 months, came and drove with me in the Mercedes to Atlanta, Georgia. I had my dog in. My dog had 9 babies in the car, okay, and my children, okay. I had children. I have 3 children, and the oldest one decided to stay with her dad, but the other 2 came with us and drove with my kids, 2 children at the time, and so we drove down, did the 3-day trip, knew nobody but his aunt. He had just met his aunt that he didn't know, a great aunt, whatever. And we started our life. And if somebody had a film, we had an adventure. And the adventure is still going. And that's another thing. I wanted to be with someone who wasn't boring and romantic. And I got that. And so that came true. Okay, so I got my soulmate. I got the man that I wanted and attracted that. And the ladies were like, wow, Zelia, you attracted that so quick. And here we were going off. And I'm like, wow. And it happened to work. Then the next one was, before I went to Georgia, I attracted. Now be careful what you ask for, because I was looking for house owner financing. So we stayed in this other place temporarily. I attracted that. I said, we just want to stay there temporarily. And while we were there, I put down on my vision board. I always believe in doing vision boards, vision to reality boards is what I call them. And I put down a home. Now, why I put down that I wanted a fixer-upper home, I don't know what I was thinking. Because ask and you shall receive, right? And I remember we were in this place, it reminds me of Berkeley, California. I can't even think of the name of it right now, but it's in Georgia, near the health food store. I can't even think of the name, but they had this arts fair in 5 Point. So we were in 5 Point, and they had this arts fair and stuff like that. And this man had this picture of this couple, and the couple was in the candle, in this house, and the house looked like it needed work, but they looked like they were in love. And so, I said, I want that painting. So why did I get that painting? I'm going to tell you a reason why. Because paintings reflect what is going on in your mind and what you're attracting. Okay, that's another story. Now, remember, this is some time ago, as I was testing the waters even more so. And so I went ahead specifically and said, I want a fixer-upper, owner financing, in a nice neighborhood, and so I looked in the paper, saw this lady had owner financing in Georgia, and I said, can we move in, nothing down? We'll do some work on it. And she said, yes, I own it free and clear, and I'll do owner financing. Had nothing to do with credit. We didn't put anything down. We said we would do the work. We moved right in the next week. And so it's always like a week for me, generally, moving into the home. So we moved in the next week. And we moved there, and there was no electrical, okay? So we had to work on the electrical and stuff. And then it was a nice house, but it needed work. That's why she let us move in free, okay? So boy, that's a story and a half. And I remember looking at that painting, and we were there 4 years. I looked at that painting and I said, I'm giving this painting away, because the painting looked like me and my guy, now husband, and we were in the house with no electricity because we were fixing it. And I was like, oh my God, I made this come true by doing this painting. And I said I wanted to get a fixer-upper. Why did I say that? Why did I not get something that I could just move right into? That was kind of dumb, right? But at the time, that's what I was thinking, and that's what I got. So, lesson number 1, be clear about what it is that you want, okay? And then a lot of times you get what you want, and you might find out that's not what you want. But be thankful for the journey. But I'm learning about clarity each time, being careful what you say, because it does come true. Stay tuned for more stories. What about yours? What are you going to do this week? What are you going to make come true?